If you're sad because you were expecting Anatomy of a Morning Routine Physician Entrepreneur Edition, don't worry, it's coming. The social distancing and stay-at-home orders are upon us, and it's pretty tough. I've been doing this longer than most, not because I'm some wise old sage, but because I'm higher risk. I am immunosuppressed because of my Crohn's disease and therapy. So I've been doing this since March 5th. So here's what worked, what didn't work, and hopefully how you can make this a lot easier on yourself. Now, over the past 3.5 weeks that I've been doing this social distancing, I've had a wide range of emotions, ups and downs, been all over the place. There were definitely times that I was unhappy and frustrated and lonely, and now I'm actually feeling pretty amazing, and I can see myself doing this for several weeks if necessary, and given the current state of things, that's probably going to be necessary. So first, what is and is not okay? The purpose of social distancing is to slow the spread of the disease so that we don't overwhelm the medical system. So with that in mind, that doesn't mean that you have your friends over and you have a party at your place. You limit social contact other than the people that you're living with. I was initially even ordering groceries through Amazon Prime Now and Instacart and really not leaving my apartment, but now that everyone is panic buying and the shelves are cleared, those services aren't working anymore. So now the main time I do leave my apartment is to grab groceries, but I am wearing an old N95 mask that I had since the California fires last year. And I don't care if people look at me funny because my health is more important than their opinion of me. Now, I'm not saying that you necessarily need an N95 mask. I'm just telling you what I am personally doing. And the only other time I really leave the apartment is to go exercise. So I've gone cycling at Red Rock National Park here in Las Vegas. But when I go, I cycle alone. And this is fine because when I'm cycling alone, I'm definitely far away from people. I'm not exposing myself or others. There's no social contact going on. And if you're gonna do body weight exercises at a park, pull-ups, push-ups, whatever, dips, then be wary that that equipment may not be clean. So you either want to wipe it down beforehand or use it, but then understand that you are going to be dirty and you need to clean yourself before you touch your face or other items. The reality is that we are going to be spending most of our hours at home, so let's talk about that. Most people don't like the idea of structure. They think it's limiting. It limits their freedom. And they don't want to have to go to work or school at a certain time. They don't want to have a certain limited amount of time to eat. They wish they could just do what they wanted when they wanted. But I don't necessarily agree with that sentiment. As Jocko Willink says, discipline equals freedom. If you've been staying at home for the last several days, you may be feeling a little bit lost or uninspired or unmotivated or lonely, and I definitely was there. With social distancing, I wasn't following a schedule. I normally had a schedule of, waking up, and then I would work for a little bit, then go to the gym, then grab some food, then come back home, etc., etc. But then with social distancing, my whole day and schedule became this amorphous blob, and one thing just kind of blended with another, and there weren't these hard demarcations. So what I did is I revisited my daily schedule, I changed up a few things, I implemented it, and I'm way happier now. Another thing to note though is I have been changing my sleep and wake times all around. So early on at the end of Feb, I was actually waking up super early, going to bed super early so that I could go to the gym at 6 a.m. to avoid people. But even at my commercial gym, there were too many people. So then I started going to my apartment gym, but even at my apartment gym, there were too many people at 6 a.m. So then I did the opposite, and I would stay up very late, like 2 or 3 a.m., and then wake up very late, so that I could work out at 10 or 11 p.m. when no one else was in my apartment gym. But now that my apartment gym is closed, there's no reason for me to stay up so late. I definitely feel better starting my day earlier, getting a head start on the day, so I sleep early and wake up early. So I crafted this daily routine, and I've been sticking to it for about the last week or so. And not everything is by the minute, but I do stick to it generally. First, my alarm is set for 6:30, but sometimes I will wake up a little bit earlier. If you guys wanna see my morning routine, make sure you're subscribed because that video is coming out next week. Then I do focused work from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. This is the time when I'm most fresh. I'm a morning person, my mind is fresh, I'm able to focus. So for these 3 hours, I'm doing work that requires high intensity. Next, I eat breakfast/lunch at 11 to 12. And I do intermittent fasting, so I haven't had anything, only water until this point. I give myself extra time so that I can cook, eat, clean up, whatever. Next, emails from about 12 to 1, and I don't want to do focused work right after I eat, and I also don't want to exercise, so this is the time I do a little bit of that admin work. Next, I'll exercise from 1 to 3 p.m., and normally it's 60 to 90 minutes. I'll be talking more about my exercise routine later in this video, but I give myself extra time because setup, take down, shower, so 2 hours. Next, admin work from 3 to 5 p.m. I may also do a protein shake at this time, but then I'm mostly working on things that don't require a lot of focus and attention, more administrative stuff. I then have an early dinner, by my standards, of 5 to 7 p.m. So I give myself a lot of time because these days I'm cooking every single day, every meal. I actually haven't eaten out since I had Thai food takeout on March 5th. Next, I have free time from 7 to 9 p.m. This is important because I want to have a little bit of fun time. So to be honest, I'm pretty excited about making these videos, so I do tend to write a lot of scripts, but I'm also scheduling calls during this time. I'm speaking with some friends during this time. I'm doing whatever just feels right. And then last, 9 to 10 p.m., I will get ready for bed. So my lights will actually flash to remind me to get ready for bed. Otherwise I'll stay up too late. And that means setting my lights to red. That means, winding down, showering, brushing, all that stuff. And then I will read my Kindle in bed before I sleep. Now, this is the schedule that worked for me. It may not work for you. I am trying to optimize my mental health, but also a lot of productivity and efficiency because I'm building 2 businesses and I'm also serving as an advisor for a 3rd that I started. And being productive just makes me happy. Number 3, your mindset. Is life happening to you or for you? Now, as I mentioned in my weekly newsletter, which you can check out at medschoolinsiders.com/newsletter, your mindset is everything during challenging times. It's too easy and automatic to be frustrated with the world and point fingers at people and say, it's your fault or you're not doing this right, etc. Instead, ask yourself, what can you learn from the situation? How can you become better or stronger or smarter tomorrow or next month compared to today? So it's important to realize that anytime you have a challenge in your life, you're actually given a rare opportunity to have the impetus to change things, that stimulus. Otherwise, when life is good, you don't actually feel the need to change your life. It's actually much harder to do things differently when life is good. So cherish that opportunity. The way I see it, this has been a fantastic opportunity in me inspecting my own daily schedule, inspecting what actually makes me happy, stuff like that. And one thing I've done is spend more time journaling and reflecting every day about lessons learned, emotions, stuff like that. I've learned that celebrating the small wins really helps me. So at lunchtime, I will actually pull out my phone and then quickly journal about what I did during that morning. It shifts my perspective from what still needs to get done, why didn't it get done, to, oh wow, look, I knocked out this, and this all in the morning? That was pretty awesome. That was pretty productive. It sounds simple and maybe even silly, but it has been a very powerful shift in my perspective. I'm also appreciating people that are close to me or that I've lost touch with but want to reconnect with. I've scheduled regular phone calls with family members or close friends, or I'll just randomly hit up a person I haven't spoken to in a while. Right now, I have that fresh opportunity to reconnect with those people. Which brings us to number 4, social support. Just because we're doing social distancing does not mean we need to isolate ourselves socially. Now, I have roommates, so I'm obviously spending time with them, but equally important, I'm actually scheduling virtual social time. This can be a twice weekly call with your mom, which is what I do, or it can be regular calls with your friends, or it can be a Zoom group video chat with you and your friends for some social event like a movie or board games or whatever. If you met someone on Bumble, try scheduling something virtually rather than meeting them in person. Get creative, stay connected. We're social animals at the end of the day, even the introverts among us, so it's important to stay connected virtually even if we cannot do so physically. Number 5, learn something new. I'm personally spending a lot of time in the kitchen and cooking. It's a skill that I want to learn and improve on in my lifetime, and this is the perfect opportunity. It's healthier than eating out, and it's cheaper too. Plus, chicks dig guys that are good cooks. And let's be real, if you're like an 18 or 22-year-old guy watching this, that's all you really care about. Now here's the shocking thing. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you saw that last week, I made a story about my meal and how I'm actually enjoying cooking, which is shocking to me. I never thought I would say that. Damn, I never thought I'd be saying this. I'm actually sorta starting to like cooking. And I've been following some recipes. I've also been experimenting on my own. So today was just a little bit of experimentation. Turned out really well. I'm very happy with it. I mean, I've been cooking since I was in college, but I never felt that I was all that great at it, but I'm seeing myself improving. For the last 22 days, I have cooked every single day, and I'm making tastier food, I'm getting more efficient in the kitchen, and that alone is very rewarding. Also, I cut my hair for the first time this morning. Definitely not perfect, obviously, but it's cool, it's fun, I'm learning something new. Plus, it's also good practice in Stoic fundamentals of not caring too much about what people think of you, at least in terms of superficial appearance. I'm also spending a lot of time learning about investing because as we approach an impending recession, there are going to be more opportunities for those who are willing to take advantage of them. Now ask yourself, what is something that you have always wanted to learn that you've been pushing off? Now is the perfect opportunity to do it. And enjoy the process. So with cooking, sometimes I will follow a recipe, but sometimes I will just cook from scratch. And if I cook from scratch, sometimes it's really good, and sometimes it's not. But I'm learning, and I'm just having fun with the process. I'm being present and being mindful and not thinking about, oh, am I doing it right or wrong? Just experiment, just have fun with it, enjoy it. And number 6, regular exercise. We all know regular exercise is good for us, but I'm finding the importance of regular exercise emphasized in 2 key areas during this time. First, since I'm moving around less, if I don't exercise, I have way too much energy at nighttime when I'm trying to sleep, and I'm tossing and turning and can't fall asleep. And second, The endorphin rush from a good workout massively elevates my mood. Now, you probably will not be getting the same quality of workout now that your gym is closed, and that's okay. Some exercise is still a lot better than no exercise. Before social distancing, I would go to the gym 5 times per week, and I would lift, and then I would also add on 1 or 2 days of cardio during the weekdays, and on the weekends I would just take the days off. But nowadays I've made some changes. So first of all, my workouts are less intense just because I don't have the same equipment and weight. So I'm working out 3 to 4 times cycling for cardio, and then 3 or 4 times doing resistance training with bands and bodyweight exercises. I don't actually take any days off. I am alternating though, cardio, strength, but it's also important to note that I'm not going super high intensity, right? I do not want to be overtraining and then suppressing my immune function at this time. Now, bands, bodyweight exercises, and indoor or outdoor cycling, those are my staples, but figure out what's most appealing for you. Maybe try some yoga YouTube videos or bodyweight exercises, or order some bands from Amazon. I'll actually have mine down in the description below. This is the time to get creative with your exercise, and trust me, you're gonna feel so much better if you're moving regularly. Now, if you're a student and you feel like you cannot study or focus, having your whole daily schedule in life thrown out of whack and now being cooped up at home, it's bound to wreak havoc on your ability to focus and study and get things done. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you check out the Med School Insiders video from last Saturday, which has specific recommendations for students during this time. Also, be sure to experiment with some of the suggestions I've raised here. Implementing some of these tactics have been massively beneficial for me, and I hope that you find them helpful as well. Much love, stay safe, and see you guys soon.